Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph Sherry, and this is part 3 of my spring cleaning series. I have been scrubbing every single inch of my house, and don't get me wrong, I clean my house all the time. I don't know if you know, I have a cleaning channel, but seriously, I don't always get behind things or under things, especially this couch right here. It is so heavy, and you'll see here in a little while. The struggle is very real trying to move this thing by myself. If I had kept the audio in, some of you may have laughed and some of you may have left. I don't know. It was very frustrating. So today I am doing my main living areas, which is my living room, dining room. I have a small breakfast area, which we do not use for that purpose, and a hallway that is a very high traffic area as well. So I'm going to be cleaning all the baseboards, deep cleaning all of the windows inside and out, and then also moving some of this furniture to get behind and under stuff. So like I said earlier, I had a horrible time moving these couches. They are fairly new, but I swear they weigh like 3,000 pounds. So I put this video off kind of towards the end of this series just simply because I knew that these couches were going to be a huge mess. So this side of the couch wasn't as hard to move, and you can see all the dog hair here. And I had so much dog hair on my legs. This was just from kneeling down, getting the baseboards back here. And I knew that there was going to be a lot of dust and dog hair back here because we have 2 very large yellow labs. And so I expected this because we don't move this area very often. We have a robot vacuum, but she cannot get back here. So, and I say she, we call her Alice, so we have given her an identity, but she can't get back here, and I can't get back here unless I do this, and moving your furniture around is not fun, especially if it's heavy, and we don't always have time for this. I had to actually schedule this video in order to just find the motivation to do it. So spring cleaning is extremely overwhelming. I get it. I have been overwhelmed through this entire thing, but it also feels so good at the end to know that your house is clean and fresh for your family. And so no matter how overwhelmed I have felt throughout this process and the projects I have ended up putting on myself, or something I thought would be a breeze ended up taking so much longer than I ever expected, it's definitely worth it to clear out all of this stuff, this germs that might be making your family sick or uncomfortable. It's definitely worth it. Next, I'm going to be taking all my curtains down. I don't do this very often, probably like twice a year, but I really recommend doing this for sure at least once a year, because sneezing and coughing and just stuff floating in the air, if you have dogs and when they shake, all of that dander just kind of floats in the air and settles on soft surfaces. So taking these down and washing them is a really good idea and a great way to freshen up a space and make it smell better. If you're worried about your curtains shrinking, then don't dry them. Just hang them back up as soon as the wash cycle is over. I would recommend doing it immediately after it's done washing, because then it might wrinkle. So hanging them while they're wet will help them air dry and also relax on their own. And to me personally, I can smell the fabric softener on them much better when they're still a little bit damp. And even while doing these voiceovers, I'm sitting on my couch and I can smell my curtain right behind me, and it smells so clean. And what better way to spring clean when you're done and you can actually smell all of these fresh, nice scents in your house.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I got no surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down. Baby going down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure.
Now I am moving outside to clean my windows. I am using Windex, and yes, y'all, I am mopping my windows, and I'm sure my neighbors think I'm crazy, but this got the yellow pollen off perfectly. So who's crazy now? So I did this on all of the windows in the rooms that I am working on today, and it worked fabulously. So next I'm taking all the screens off, and I'm going to take them to my back patio and spray them down with the Gain dish sprayer. And there was so much dirt and mud and bugs and pollen and just a bunch of dust built up all over them. So I'm not going to show you every single screen and every single window because this took me hours to finish. But this worked perfectly, and it got everything off and looking almost brand new again.
I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, no, it's no more. No, I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, no, it's no more. No, I really thought we had it covered. Was gonna patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh na na na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, no, it's no more. No, I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. No, no. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. No, no. Yeah. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. We keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. No, it's no more. No, I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. No, it's no more. We don't know. No, it's no more. We don't know. No, it's no more. We don't know. No, it's
When we bought our couches, it came with several bottles of this leather cleaner, so I put it in a glass sprayer, and I'm going to wipe this down. I've done this probably once a month on the front half, but I've never cleaned the backs of it, and there's so much dust because they sit up against the window, but it came off just fine, and they're super shiny. What I love about this stuff is that it doesn't leave it feeling super greasy when you're done, and there's actually no scent at all either. Sometimes some leather cleaners can smell pretty bad.
no more. No, no. We don't know. No, it's no.
So this section of the couch was so heavy. I'm not even sure what is different about this side. They both have a motor in them, but this one was so heavy. I took the audio out, but I literally screamed at one point because I was so frustrated. But y'all, that was so dang heavy that I don't know if I'll ever clean behind my couch ever again.
We don't know. No, it's no more. We don't know. No, it's no more. No, no. Yeah. Tell me what your name is. Tell me what you like and all your secrets. I just wanna go over the details. Let me inside of your mind. I know I just met you, but something tells me that you might be into talking to a stranger with a tattoo. Baby, I'm one of a kind. There's a reason we're here, there's a vibe in the air that neither you or me could deny. Boy, I see how you stare up and down everywhere. I can tell you're far from shy. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. Let's just say what we want. Come on, spit it out. You and me both got the time to try to get to know each other's minds. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. Everybody's smoking. Boy, it's getting late, but we keep talking. I can't help but feel like I've been chosen. I'm the one inside your mind. You go on about your job. Tell me things like how you hate to walk in dogs. I go on about my ex who broke my heart. Baby, we're too out of line. There's a reason we're here. There's a vibe in the air that neither you and me could deny. Boy, I see how you stare up and down everywhere. I can tell you're far from shy. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. Let's just say what we want. Come on, spit it out. You and me both got the time to try to get to know each other's minds. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. I know I just met you, boy, but you got that something that just rocks my world. I get up and feel like we are meant to be. The way you're talking to me, oh, oh. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. Let's just say what we want. Come on, spit it all out. You and me both got the time to try to get to know each other's mind. So let's talk till we drop or till we get kicked out. Oh.
Until we get kicked out.
Trying to get the couch back into position was actually harder than pushing it away because it kept bunching the rug. But I cannot truly explain how frustrated I was in this moment. I don't know if you can see it. And honestly, with the magic of editing, I could have very easily taken this out and made this look easy, but it just wasn't. It was not easy, and I didn't want it to come off as moving your furniture around is just some easy task. It's really, really not. Thankfully, my youngest son was home on this day, and he was able to come help me, and I absolutely needed every single bit of his help. My husband was home too, but he was on back-to-back calls, and I was just trying to get this done. But just watching this back, I was so frustrated throughout this whole process all over again. I mean, I don't know. I may never clean behind my couch ever again.
My exes and me, we don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. They made me believe love's an open door. In the
while back, I redid this whole china cabinet. I took off the top half, I repainted it, I changed out the hardware, and I have been back and forth on what I need to do. Should I hang a picture? Should I put floating shelves? I wanted to put floating shelves, but that project has just not happened, and for no other reason other than we've just been busy with a ton of other things. So in the meantime, I do have a picture to hang here, and you guys will have to let me know what you think. It may not be your style. I absolutely love it, but it doesn't mean it has to stay in this spot, because I really do think that having a coffee bar here would be really, really cool. So I'm still undecided, but either way, I'm going to set this up a little differently and see what I think. I bought these from Costco. I think they are so cool. I love lanterns, especially when they're these wooden colors. I think that this wood and also that wicker style has looked so good against the black. So I bought this set there, and it's called Mango Wood, and I think it looks so pretty. So I'm going to put these here for now, and I think eventually I'm going to put 2 pretty big candles on the inside. But either way, I love the way that turned out. So here's the new picture. I got this at Ross. It was only $30, and so I could not pass that up. I love this thing so much. I love his moody haircut. We've been trying to figure out what to name him, but also still just trying to figure out if that's where that should go. But I really love that picture. Y'all, I just realized I said moody haircut as if that bull just went to the salon and asked for that. Why am I like this? So this is let me see if I can show you. So living room is here, so you understand where I'm actually going. The hallway is here. I need to clean this up still. But this spot right here has always kind of bugged me a little bit. So we're gonna change this up a little bit. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I don't know where it's going, but I know what's going there, and I'll show you that in just a second. But this right here, I think I'm gonna take this down. So do you guys remember when chevron was like the trend? So I've had this for years and years, and I like the shelf. I really wish I could take off the fabric or reupholster it, but I mean, honestly, that just looks like a whole mess of stuff to do. So I'm gonna take it down. I either might put it somewhere else, or I don't know, give it away, I'm not sure. But instead, I'm going to hang this picture above the black desk. And the black desk is what is currently in the living room, and you'll recognize that if you watch my channel. So I'm gonna move all of this stuff out of here, clean those baseboards, and then try to change up this whole corner right here. So let's get started on that.
So sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling in Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell.
Okay, I just want to explain this a little bit. So while I was cleaning that, I did not realize that I had hit the button over to heater, but it was the hottest day of the year on this day. It had gotten up to 98 degrees. So to turn our unit on to heater was the worst thing I could have possibly done. I was under the impression all day, oh, I had the windows open, and so the house is having a hard time cooling off. My husband kept saying, man, something must be wrong with our unit. It's just not cooling down. I was like, oh, it's just a hot day. It's going to take longer. And over the course of the evening, it just kept getting worse. And by the time we had gone to bed, we had turned it all the way down to 64 degrees to try to help cool it down. But it was at 79 in the house. And we just could not understand. So we were absolutely miserable that night. And then the next morning I went to check on it and it was still just in bad shape. I was like, oh no, we're going to have to figure this out. And then I started to walk away, but it caught my eye and I was like, wait, it's on the heater. So I accidentally turned it on to the heater on the hottest day of the year. And my family was absolutely miserable and it was my fault. So either way, it's back on cool and the house is back to normal, but whoops.
So tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. Don't you get it? You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? No.
That is it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you missed part 1 and 2 of my spring cleaning series, I will link that down below, or you can visit my channel and find those there. I have one more part to this series and then I will be done with my house, and I am so excited to be done with this project. It has been a really long one. If you have hung in there with me throughout this series, I am so thankful for you. And I will see you all next week. Bye.